First,
Let him cook.
You got the clip from Brad Holmes? Talk about the DBs? It's a quick one. It's like
about the snap?
Run this real quick.
Yeah.
The Storm was crazy, though.
I don't want to call myself a snob of, outside corners, but, I have a lot of appreciation for that position. I was a cornerback cross-check for like over a decade back with the Rams, and, I love corner play. I just love it. I could watch DB individuals all day, every day. I think it's poetry in motion. I love DB play. But, yeah, we just want to get the right fit.
I guess, if you want to get that out of your system, you're going to go after
Yeah, then why do our corners suck so bad?
Damn.
Like, I love you, Brad, but if that's where you're, hanging your hat, like, why do we have one good corner on our team? Like, Kendall Vildor is not the answer. I believe you understand that. I like the Emmanuel Mosley signings. I can't put that on you because he got injured, but like, I love you, Brad. But if that's your calling card, if you're hanging your hat, why is that the worst position group on our team? That shouldn't be the case. Personally, I understand you brought in Emmanuel Mosley to be that cornerback one, and he got injured, but come on, we need somebody out there on the outside.
Nick, you had some smoke too. I'll be quiet in there.
Jerry Jacobs, was that our answer? He loves cornerbacks. I just don't get it. Why are you saying you're going to hang your hat on a cornerback when we haven't had one yet in this defense? And obviously he's the one evaluating the talent. Why couldn't we have brought in a guy at a deadline if he was evaluating around the league? I don't know. I mean, he has never used a high draft pick on one yet, so I guess we'll see what happens in this draft.
That's where I'm at with it, is like, yeah, Spencer, totally fair point, and I'm in agreement. Like, if you are this DB snob, then why is it the worst room? But on the other hand, I feel like he just hasn't spent high draft capital on DBs yet.
He wanted to. I'll give him that. To be fair, he wanted to draft Devon Witherspoon. Yeah. And we saw, Devon Witherspoon looks like he's going to shake out pretty well in the NFL. And I like Emmanuel Mosley, but Emmanuel Mosley got injured, and that's not on Brad Holmes. So there are some extenuating circumstances to why this cornerback room is so putrid. But I expect him this year to make a move and bring in a guy that's going to be very good out there.
Exactly. It's not like he's the one who made the Jeff Okudah pick, right? Yeah. Like that. It'd be one thing if he swung high and missed on a DB, and then to talk this way. But the truth is, he hasn't really made a big investment in that, other than free agency, which again, Cam Sutton, was good. He's just in a position that's over his head. And Mosley, good, but got hurt. So, yeah. Now's your time to prove it in the draft. If you're such a snob, now's your time to prove it in the draft.
I think his track record proves he's like picky with it, though. Just because he hasn't made that investment yet, because he's picky. He doesn't like what he's been looking at. And I looked at, like, ever since Brad's been here and what they acquired. In 2021, it was the draft pick of Afonso Melifonwu, but obviously we know he turned to a safety. And as soon as he was drafted, it's on wax. Myself and Scott Bischoff, we had the conversation. I said, is he going to be a safety? It looks like a safety. 6'3", he didn't run the best 40, Yeah, now he's a safety. And one of the better ones, I'd say, at that point, too. Outside of that, they signed two guys that didn't even make the team, Quentin Dunbar and Corn Eder.
Corn? His name's Corn?
Corn. Corn was the guy's name. Didn't make the team, by the way. Both didn't make it through.
Corn.
I was kind of excited for Quentin Dunbar. He didn't finish that way, went out, though.
Yeah.
But then, so jump to 2022, who they added. It was Mike Hughes in that one-year deal. And then Savion Smith, who was like a practice squad guy, who they're kind of hoping to make something of. But obviously didn't work out with the injuries or whatnot. Mike Hughes didn't work out either. He's got his injuries and just never really panned out. He's more of a nickel guy, in my opinion, too. And then 2023, I feel like was when Brad finally committed to getting cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And it was Emmanuel Mosley. It was Cam Sutton. By the way, cheap deals, right? Fair. I mean, that's the most money and most commitment Brad's ever made since he's been here, too, was to Cam Sutton. 3 years, $33 million. But Cam Sutton, 5'11", 188 pounds. Emmanuel Mosley, 5'11". I think it's like 190 or like 188 or something like that, similar to that as well. But I'm just trying to find like what is Brad's guy if he's such a snob?
Yeah.
And I don't think Cam is like lengthy per se, but I think Emmanuel Mosley looked kind of lengthy out there as soon as he got there. So I went over and I was looking at guys that are available, and the guy that already came up, rumored to be associated with the Detroit Lions, that's Kendall Fuller. And I know we like cringed at it before, but I looked deeper into like Kendall Fuller's bag, and one of the things we learned through a painful experience with my man Will Harris
Yeah.
is that they value that versatility.
Yes, they do.
Because we didn't know what the hell else that man was bringing to the field outside of that versatility. Well, Kendall Fuller has that. He's played in the nickel spot. He's played as an outside guy. He's even played safety. I didn't know those things. I wasn't aware of that. I forgot that he won a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. Kendall Fuller's a Super Bowl champion. Matter of fact, he had an interception in that Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
Pass deflection and interception. He's been good at getting the ball as the past 2 years specifically, but he's got the same build, that 5'11" build. And I was looking on PFF. The contract is like a 13 per, like 3-year 13. If you want to add in like the inflation of what the draft cap is now, not draft cap, I'm sorry, cap space is now, it's kind of the same as like a 3 years 11. You know what I'm saying? But just the speed, experience, the versatility, the championship pedigree, I think that might be the guy. And honestly, I kind of sold myself on it. I don't know. I don't think it's a perfect fit per se. I don't think he's a stud per se.
He's better than Kendall Wilder, though.
But out of everybody available right now, does that not match up to what he's picky or what he's been going with?
It does sound like something that he would like. He does like, that's the same reason he liked Cam Sutton, was the versatility.
Yeah.
Versatility. The different things he can do. The
Another guy
different,
bounce in and out.
Yeah, the different positions he could play on the field. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, same kind of way. Brian Branch, same kind of thing. Guys that can play a lot of different positions, do a lot of different things on the back end of that defense. He's proven that he likes that. He's proven that he values that for sure above other things. So I wouldn't be mad at it at all if they signed Kendall Fuller. He'd be better than what we have, and that is an upgrade. And an upgrade at that position could be the difference of us playing in the Super Bowl or not. So if that's what Brad goes with, that's what Brad goes with, and I'm here for it.
Into the comments about, I guess real quick, Nick, if you have any changed opinion on Fuller from beforehand.
I guess, I mean, at the time, we were all thinking superstars, blue chip or type guys to add to this defense, and Brad Holmes has come out and talk about how he's not going to spend top dollar money if it's not his own players. Dan just said that as well yesterday. So that's why I feel like we have to circle back, do a little bit more reevaluating. And yeah, I'd be 100% down for Kendall Fuller at this point. He's the best guy immediately in that defensive back room. I don't know how you can hate on it or as an outside cornerback. So yeah, I'm definitely down for Kendall Fuller. But talking about one of those blue chip, just top guys that's been going around, and Chiefs are letting him go out and seek trades. It's Snead for KC. Would you guys take a look at him? I know he's going to be pricey. We
It's
do
too
have
much
that.
money. They're not going to pay
We do
him.
have that bet easy. Not a chance.
They're not going to pay
Why,
him.
yeah, and I'm not like
Not
going
even
at you.
talk about it.
Yeah, what are we doing, guys? It's not happening. They told you guys countless amount of times by now they're not going to go out there and spend big money on external ads. They've quite literally. There's no disguising it. It's not draft talk. This is free agency talk. There's no cards to hide when having these conversations. Like, they're not going to pay the type of money it takes to get L'Jarius Sneed. On top of that, you want to talk about giving up assets to acquire an external guy. You're also in a situation where he's given a franchise tag by the Kansas City Chiefs. You then have to give up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Or depending on which tag he's on, to get him. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
I like L'Jarius Sneed. He's not
too.
2 first-round picks, or not even 1 first-round pick. I guess pick 29 is not that bad. But, like, to give up that and then pay this man upwards of, like, $20 million?
Who are we talking
It's not
about
gonna
that?
happen.
What do you
DeAndre Ayton. It's like the DeAndre Ayton stuff from a couple years ago. Like, you were going to have to trade multiple first-round picks and then sign him to a max deal if you wanted him. And Pistons fans are like, oh, you can bring him in. You could be the guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
they're not going to do that.
And I like Jerry Sneed more than Ayton, by the way, too.
Me too.
Shame
Oh, yeah.
on you for making the comp there.
But that's what it was. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
You
they're not
gotta
going to give up assets to then
assets
pay this
and
guy.
him.
Yeah, that's insane.
talk about paying a guy when it comes back to Fuller here? What do you think a contract goes for a guy like Fuller? How much do you think it would
I
be?
liked what they had on for Brad Spielberger. That
12.
3 years, 13, 12.
12,
that
13.
makes a lot more sense.
I'd be cool with that.
It feels like, that's kind of exactly what Cam Sutton got. Just the inflation of the 2024 cap and what's going to be. Gone up that $30 million. Yeah, you get an extra $2 million for it. Another point I want to make, too, is when Brad was being so stingy and like picky with the previous acquisitions, the pieces I noticed he grabbed from last year was Emmanuel Mosley and Cam Sutton. They both come from great like pass rushing teams.
Yeah.
Like T.J. Watt and Highsmith, they put in work. Obviously, you got the Bosa and them doing work too as well for the 49ers. Like, I think he had higher expectations for what the pass rush was going to be on this defense
Oh,
as well.
for sure.
You know,
For sure.
and obviously,
That was definitely a letdown.